Okay. So, continuing on Heavenward. Now I got an additional 2 weeks to stream up to New Game Plus, since, they delayed the expansion 2 weeks more, which I need to go readjust my vacation time. I hope my job can accommodate that, because I'm going to be really pissed if I can't. I'm tasting my rage soon. So, let's get on to Escorthros. Let's begin anew, Master Tyrdo. I'm Sir Antoro de Phillips, eldest son of the Count de Edmund de Forbes. Wow, I was trying to say that 5 times fast. Jesus Christ. You would forgive me my outburst. I hope I meant no disrespect. I merely consider myself equal to the duties entrusted to me, unlike some. Emilian. Harshfall has spoken of you often, and if you're half the man he claims, I shall be glad to have you at my side. So, he's the eldest. Harshfall is probably the second. Or is Harshfall not even related to the family? No, he has to be, because that one scene. Never mind. And Emilian is just, well, yeah. To matter at hand, then, we'll be assisting my esteemed compatriots of House, Donar, and Desmond. You're aware of our friendly rivalry, I take it. Aye, well, suffice to say, the prospect of assisting said houses does not fill me joy. However, it's the will of the Holy See that we set aside our differences at this critical juncture, but we shall speak more than that anon. First, we must need secure transport to Falcon's Nest. Let's make for the Chocobo stables and foundation. I gotta love my summoner book in this expansion. Okay, so we go over there. I think. Yeah. Yep, I was right. Work. Greetings, Master Tyrdo. I saw a black chocobo for your journey to Western Highlands, as per Arthur's instruction. So this is where you get the black chocobo, which is actually a flying mount at the time, until you actually do the quest of My Little Flying Chocobo, I think it was? Or no. We believe we can fly, which is not existent now because we all have access to our flying mounts now, after Run Reborn. But, yeah, that quest is kind of obsolete at this point. Recent patch, I think, in Shadowbringers I did? Will this be your first time riding on black chocobos, may I ask? If so, you're in a treat. As I dare say, this particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high, too, even over Snowcloak. You needn't worry about directing the burrow course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by yourself. Just relax and enjoy the view. Whee! But be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Weak. Western Carthros.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim.
Ugh, freezing.
To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest. Once abandoned, now freed of its pall of snow and ash, he came.
I gotta admit, the Shire gear, which is the high-end gear from Poa X, is pretty freaking awesome. Well, okay, to be fair, has had this. So this is what the Black Chocobo is when you're gaining access. Ishgardian symbol and all. Of course, let's have a bunny check out my Chocobo's ass. So, I'll use that for now. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne Chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business. Sir Redwald is in charge here. You should be expecting us. I got wings on my butt. It's been far, far too long, Lord Azrael, and who might your companion be? Pray forgive us, our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present you galleon to the ward of House of Frumps. Ah, yes, of course. Little Drillmon spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Stilner, will bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. However, we may be of service. Before we speak of that, I would be correct in assuming that Master Turtle is unfamiliar with our recent history. Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and a few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. If they've been walking in the land so long, why didn't they frickin' nip it in the butt earlier? But no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is a key accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. Our craftsmen require support and protection. Any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we have House of Frumps at your disposal, Sir Redwald. You will need to tell us where to begin. Look. Enough of the little late show. Several craftsmen and servers at House Desmo are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a man of your talents. Oh, so you know about my army crafting skills. Would be so kind as to seek him out. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? I'm the Icon Slayer, bitches! The promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've been honored overseeing the fine mess you've seen before you. Sent me over one of them, Black Bird, same as you, to build and mend, and tell others how to build and mend. By fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there's pocket them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back as they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Gerda, come. Wind versus ice. Who will win? In a death battle! Well, guess what? Win wins. Haha. Losers. Boom! Bahima says what? Okay, where is this last one? It's been a while. Oh, there it is. Bahima says what? Oh, badass. Oh, God, I can't wait for summoning. Summoner in expansion. It's gonna be so awesome. I'm not just gonna be a summoner, not a dotmancer. Ha! Now, there's a man who what looks like he has found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind of hop to when he sees a task undone. You're a dab hand at warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill in arms to speak of, mind, but it doesn't take an expert to recognize expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others that need help, same as me. If you're keen to keep on doing what you're doing, I ask you to head north to the plague. The plague, huge statue out in the waste, if you ain't ever been. Mason by the name of Theramont is out there taking to the thing. Good man, Theramont. But I reckon that he's taking too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Man, too many commas. I'm no English professional here because, you know, I have English. As my friends always make fun of me. This area. I hate this spot. Actually, let's take a look at the statue since... That is one hell of a gold bog. Hail to you, Travel. What brings you out this way? Foreman Roth bid to assist me? Well, far be it for me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of the sculpture. 5 years of neglect has not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I just have to think for it. Rather, the steep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Oh, I'm gonna break their asses. I'm gonna incinerate them. Toasty. Yeah, I kind of hope they fix the jankiness of commands a little bit. So far, a lot of the media tour guys said, yeah, if you're commanding it, they actually respond. They're like, huh, oh, you commanded me? Yeah, I don't think I'll do it now. It's like, damn it, Phoenix, do your thing! You only got 2 seconds left. There you are. You have the bristles. Doink. Of course it is. That's why we are perfect for, they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue. This soot? Are we in Silent Hill? Where is Pyramid Head? Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldrath, the first of the Azure Dragons. I thought he was the first one. I just didn't want to say him to you like, you don't know shit about this game. I'm like, and one of Ishgar's founding fathers. Symbol of everything that Devernians despise, which is why they take in and searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. Ah, that's where the soot is coming from. But no longer will we suffer this disgradation of a nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and the message to the heretics that we have returned. We have returned. The work might be hard and the conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honor. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favor to ask. There's a knight, Sir Yalzadar, stationed at Anvil to the west of here. She always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Anyway, while you're away, she came through on patrol and thinks she only have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but will you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, my friend. Wink. Take a hike. Ah, yes, I remember this weird. Yeah. What's that, package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of a... What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Theramont labors day and night without regard for his own being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him by the Fury? Have you no sense of the decorum? A highborn knight cannot be seen favoring a low-born mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist the Theramont. May your journey back to Falcon Nest be safe and swift. Pray give my regards to Sir Redwald. Yeah... I actually kind of think about it. I wonder if these two ever and later on hooked up. It's funny, that's how a beacon, you don't see anything in the distance as you see that nice brimming fire. That tells you how much detail this game is. It's like, it's so good. Like, all the MMORPGs I played, EverQuest and World of Warcraft, this game is so detailed. It's like, okay, you're in a freaking snow, you can't see anything in a blizzard, and you see this big fiery hearth that's out in the distance. That's the only thing you can see. Think EverQuest where you see some weird pixelated fire, but still, you're not going to see it until you get almost like probably at this distance. And World of Warcraft, well, what detail. I must applaud your initiatives, Master Turtle. Roth tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have the task of which I will commit all bloody men and women, you and Lord Atherol included. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation. A veteran through and through. As Lord Drelmont said, good. We have lost contact with Constance parties sent north to Riversmeet and such for the Heretics Highway. You know, this is where it gets interesting. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not, but regardless of the case, we must act quickly, for this is a harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed the lives of many men. The shorter we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Atherol will be working together. Seek him out when you're ready to depart, and good luck. Good luck. It seems that we have been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, Master Turtle. At least you're unaware, the camp was one of our many knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Carthrus Western Highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. So it's not surprising if your knights took shelter there, but there is but one way to find out, though. Let's be off! Yeah. Like I said, I watched the live letter yesterday, and I think it kind of shocked the shit out of me at first. It's like, yeah, we have a trailer, but we're not going to show you because we have some bad news. I'm like, oh no, please tell me Slokin's not ill. Because he just kind of, well, he's in remission on his cancer. He had, I think, what was it, last year, he said. And I was like, oh no, please, Soken's not dead. It's like, I'll be freaking crying my eyes off. Because he's a freaking musician god. He's definitely Nobuo Uematsu's heir to the Final Fantasy music franchise, honestly. There, below us, Camp Rivers meet, or what remains of it. I see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. For you, buddy. For me, not a problem. Should we fall, the beasts below will make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. Bitch, I got flying privilege. You suck. But yeah, I was kind of like shocked. I was like, oh god, so I'm like, please, Soken's not ill. And no, he's fine. Just, well, as far as I know, he's fine. But no, just saying they're going to delay the game for another 2 weeks. I was like, man, I just put my vacation like a month ago, and it's very hard to freaking get that. But, I don't know. I hope my job is able to accommodate that. I was like, hey, my thing just got moved. Can I go December 3rd to, I don't know, what is it? What the hell it would be if I take a whole week off? December 3rd, and I don't have to go back until like the 13th. If I might do that type of schedule. I don't know. I gotta see if they can allow me. But kind of disappointed. I'm like, it's like they had to fix a few things. They said. Well, let me proceed more to this quest line, and I'll resume as we go to the next area. If the Crown's party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it's possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or they took an alternate route to Camp Rivers meet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, so I gotta reschedule, and I hope that you contemplate that situation for me. But, yeah, I just hope there's no other issues. To me. Are you alright? Heard some sounds of struggle. Thank the Fury. I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 night saved. Just like that, you certainly live up to your reputation, Master Turtle. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. No, but we were all white around until we saw shapes moving toward us, running toward us with naked steel in their hands. Ooh my. I cut down a few of the bastards that came close, but others, there was shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics dragged you here. Aye. My lord and heretics highway lies somewhere to the north. Well, actually, I didn't really pronounce that. Oh. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces that are passing. For my brothers, we must die. Heaven face, sir. Justice will be done. But first, we must use the safety. Well, we only have 2 days to retirement. Yes. He has the right to it, Master Terra. Whatever remains of the Heretics Trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot really well leave our friend here. I will see him at the Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I will have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the Heretics trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith. Be sure to leave some leaving some for clear footprints. I realize that displaying my place you in a considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured, we'll not be far behind. And Galleon, thank you. So yeah, like I said, since they're delayed in 2 weeks, they want to polish it, plus the server situation. So I wonder if the next few weeks from now they're actually gonna do something about it. That's a lot of footprints. And there's a dead body. Proceed. Tracks continuing to the north. So yeah, they're gonna polish the game a little bit more. Get that attention. They go to the east. Or more north, well, okay. So yeah. I don't know, I just hope that what they do is kind of worth it. And like I said before, got some assholes. Keep firing, assholes! Sure as hell I'm gonna fire this. Oh, I don't have... Shit, I don't have... I want to try disaster? What the hell? But yeah, pain flare. I'm trying to make sense of this. Oh, you guys really want me dead, don't you? I'll oblige you. Ooh, you're a little toughie. You just took a fester in the face. Uh-oh. Come back here, you little bitch boy. I'm not done with you. I wonder if I can kill him. Better not. It's tempting though. I'm ready to trigger that rune too on his ass. Okay, we take care of my light work. Okay, let's pretend we're playing Pac-Man and avoid the ghosts. Waka 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 waka. Okay, now I gotta run because I am losing track of this douchebag. Oh shit, they ambushed! Boom! And by the way, die. Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! He dead. You're dead. Man, I'm gonna free your ass. Oh, we're gonna have a rune off? Okay, let's rune it off, bitch. I'm better runing. I have a better book. No, I won't. Dead. Survey the heretic's hiding place. Okay, now I'll shut up. Got some cutscene coming up.
Looking for me, I presume.
Ah, the child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
Oh, Daddy.
He cameth unto me, as didst thou. Alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
He speaks true, warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen where I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes. I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people, to bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Giggity. What about that since you attacked that foundation?
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control.
Yeah, come on. Hey, take over the city! I don't care.
Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
And she walks away. Like that. You see anything over here? No, sir. You see over there? No. What about you? We ain't found jack shit. If anyone gets a reference, cool. If you did not, you need to watch it. Master Tadao, praise Hong, you're alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I say we were too late. So, they were looking in the cellar of this farmhouse. Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detach from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this eve, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognized. Establishing outposts in so remote of a location could not have been easy. Tenacious devils. Knights not be proud. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let us return to the Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries, or Sir Redwald. Come, after trekking heretics across mountains of ice and snow, I would say that you should do a few hours rest next to a warm fire. Yeah. Okay. Our gold saucer warnings kicked in. I'm just gonna travel. Still talk on the way. So yeah. Like I said, they're gonna give 2 weeks extra, which, like I said, at least it gives me a little bit more time to do this New Game Plus, because honestly, I don't think I was gonna make it in the next 2 weeks from now. Actually, not even a little less, because I still got the week of the early access. I gotta get prepared for things I need to get done. Like, I have to get my XP stuff ready, so I can actually immediately hit level 82, pretty much in the first day. Well, first 3 hours. So, yeah, so that gives me a chance. And not to mention, these quests are lengthy. I thought it was going to take a little bit. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to make it in time. But additional 2 weeks, along with the current one we have, so I'm able to get into Shadowbringers. I don't know. I'm probably going to get to like 5.2 before time's up, pretty much. That's what I'm estimating in my head, unless I get distracted with other things. My friends poking me, hey, let's go play the so-and-so game. It's like, crap, I need to get this done. So, and not to mention my job's kind of lacking on the hours now, so I'm like, I can actually relax. So, Master Adro, Master Turdo, or Lord, wow, that, yes, Lord Adro, Master Turdo, I'm full glad I see you both hale and healthy. What news? We're just kick ass, chew up and lots of E-free. You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury, you're awesome. Yes, I am. I believe we have made great strides toward purging the lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much as I deliver my report to my father and the Holy See. As will I, Lord Ezreal. May it serve to remind our superiors that what House of Stone and Forms could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. We certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Master Turdo have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot be in good conscience imposed upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. Pray return to Ishgard. Damn you, Mephilia, with your pray too. Why am I doing that? Why am I gonna do this? Wait, I got deep tears? I got too much stock. Do it. Okay. Martha Trudeau, I will speak plain. From the first, I questioned your motives and your competence unjustly. I now realize. Rumors have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly, those surrounding you beggar belief. For Harshbaum swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened. Because of all his wisdom, he had never been able to say no to my dear half-brother. Oh, he's half. The legacy of my father is still in discretion. Mother hated him, of course, and even on her deathbed she refused to acknowledge him, and to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that's not the worst of it. At Camp Rever's meet, when we came upon the wood at night, I knew immediately that one of us had pursued heretics alone, an onerous task fraught with danger. And there we were, at Savior Eorza, and under guest at House From's, new comrade in arms, Hoshron's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor a sign of fear, and you duly tracked down the enemy faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Apparently, Harshman had the right of it all along. I doubt your strength bespeaks my own weakness, but I will not doubt you again, Master Trudeau. On that you have my word. So he's half-brother, his mother... Wait, that makes no sense. How's Edmund have the House of Froms, yet he's a half-brother? And his mother don't like him, which is weird. I don't know. And yet he's the youngest. I don't know, something doesn't add up there. Wait, so Emilian... Family history is weird. Huh. So who the hell is his other wife then? I don't know. Fuck it. Master Turdo, my lord, the Count much desired to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Anoral and Lord Emilian. If you will remain here for a moment. Tick, tick, tick. A few moments later.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Emanalane's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavens Ward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail.
Oh, that's how they pronounce it? I call it Desmo.
How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Though you have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen, there is those who will never be swayed. Men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your success, even though we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Desmo. I'm not gonna call it that other way. It's Desmo sounds more better. Is manipulating Sir Granax. He is not a man to dabble in politics of his own violation. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I'm quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Emmerich at the congregation of our knights most heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Our husbando! It's funny how his sector is next to the freaking Forgotten Knight, which is almost like the slumlord of, I don't know, the taverns. I don't understand that, but whatever. Guess keep your enemies near. It's been too long, Alien. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You came to plead for Master Alphina and Mistress Totoro, I take it. Where their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report to Vanu Promo, on the Vanu Promo. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feather whale. That Sir Grandma's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavenward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard. Remember, 12 and an Archbishop. Sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the science has done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith, and driving back the Travalian horde after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there not we can do? As fair there is one path left to us, we must demand a trial by combat. Well, of course. In trial combat is sanctioned by Inquisition. The victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgarian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Mr. Alphina and Mr. Totoro would be expected to face Skirmax and a second of his choosing. Another knight of the Heavenward, most like. Two of them, by the fury, that can be hardly considered fair. Master Alpha's magical talents might have not gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mr. Totoro, on the other hand, is quite obviously prefer of martial skills. He's not doubting that, and should be afforded the right to name a champion and the right to fight in her stead. Least you doubt, I'm ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I'm sure is Lord Harshfont. But you're all present now that you're the most accomplished warrior among us. May up in the realm at large. And it's settled. I will visit Mr. Alphanode at once and inform him of our intentions. Meet me at the tribunal and when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. So I got a new instance fight. She's in Stormblood, I think. Listen carefully, Gallium. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges and the accused invited to respond. And then, in accordance with the law, they will ask you to reinstate their request for a trial by combat. Once the high adjudicator acknowledges Mr. Totoro's right to name a champion, that is when you must take your entrance. Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Sir Granac's face when he sees his true opponent. Tills me priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer you so loud that you will wonder... You will wonder how you could ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Actually, I never used this. I didn't think there was a thing, but... I hate these assholes.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grinno, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grinno de Zemile, brother of the Heavenward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alfino Leveilleur, Tataru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grinno's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alfino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
I'm a bitch, I'm a woman. It did not work. Stop the music.
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Two v two. Let's begin. And this is the first time we're gonna be Alpha Node actually being a healer. And you first realize Alpha Node sucks as a healer.
O Halone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous and cast down the wicked.
Oh, I forgot how this looks epic with just being us both book users.
I have my pride.
Hard to stop this asshole.
I've got you now. Down with you!
Oh shit. Then I'll have to notice pain. Sorry, you're not a bull, man. Robon is. I mean, we won! He doubted me. The Fury has spoken. Alphina, Olivier, Taru, you have been acquitted of all charges. Blessed we are to receive her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. Deliver from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks, as always. I couldn't voice act this small scene, like seriously. But whatever. Thanks, Siegfried. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see you strove to face the adversary. Two brave young souls bound together by the beneficent bonds camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Hodgepodge, there's a pill for this! Take it down a notch! Having been treated as such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of my admiration. Pray receive of me this Chocobo Whistle. Okay, this is where you get the black one. With it, you may summon a black Chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Galleon? Will you take her for your steed? Yay, now mount! Lord Hodgepodge, Chocobos are prohibited in the supreme sacred taboo of heroic inquisitory doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. Come here, bird. We're gonna make some fine chicken out of you. What? I think I was like breaking the fourth wall in a way. Okay. So pretty much in Heavenward, this is the first time we actually have flying mounts. And that's when you actually access it. And ether currents are shown... Where is it? Here. So the yellow ones are actually showing you have to do quest access, and the yellow one or the green ones are outside of the world or the zone, and you have to go look for them and just interact with them, and you have access. So I think it was like what 10 out in the world, and there's 5 quests normally you have to do, and usually, how it happens is that you usually end up with a dungeon in the end of each sector, and that's when you're able to be fully attuned. But you still got to do your, outside of the world, except the last area because they never do that. Well, that'd just be lied with freaking Shadowbringers and Shadowbringers and Stormblood, but that's how it normally is. So, yeah. And once you acquire all of them done, that's it. But like I said, usually the final quest is related to a dungeon, and it's like, okay, here's a dungeon, and after you finish that one, or the main last quest of that area, normally too, and then you have access to flying mounts. Disclosure. Black Chocobos are well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of a certain amount of formalities, which I mean to see personally. In the meantime, pray return to Form's Manor. The Count has done so already and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. So yeah, like I said. But since they're in New Game Plus mode, I already have access to all the facilities of do my things. Not to mention, it kind of speeds up my travel time. I think there might be a voice in this one. Oh, not mine. Hello and smiles on us yet again, Master Turtle, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess, I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubt your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavenward while the city's elite looked on? Why the fury? Anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. You're a target, buddy. My lord! We have just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Master Turtle. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. A personal summit is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Turtle. We shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Where is the vault? That should have made no difference. It's like, I know it's in the north, but it's like, So either way I took, it's gotta be up here. We are honored to receive you, Master Turtle. This way, please. I think there's not good voice acting in this one.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thordan the Seventh, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavenward were in receipt of erroneous information.
Yeah, bullshit.
Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
Yeah, sure you are.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence? As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Ascians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Alright. So that was interesting details. Interesting. Got up.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
Not much.
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchiphon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
This is where it gets really interesting in this arc. So the situation calls for urgency. urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Lominsa. You heard me right. While you were about altruistic endeavors, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between House Fromps and Limsa Castorium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I'm happy to report that we have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pleasure of full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raubon. Currently, I have agreed to meet with her that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Her presence never fails to embolden our allies after all. When you arrive in Limsa, make yourself known to Sergeant Zelzol at Bulwark Hall on the lower decks. He'll admit you to the bridge. Okay.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Ul'dah, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Ul'dah Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Raubon a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Ul'dah authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news, or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Raoban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raoban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Raoban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Raoban's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We cannot ill afford to lose him. But I cannot send troops in Ulda to spell the end of the Alliance and war like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I will not have any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I who must take responsibility for their actions. Speaking like a true leader, Master Alphonwood. By way of first step, you should seek out our dominant contract. You will find her among the frontier hands at Forever Stole, working in a kitchen. Sorry. Seeing a lot of text messages recently. And other shows, I guess. Mr. Happy is watching the Arcane the Netflix series. Which I gotta get on that because I'm very curious about the storyline between V and Jinx. I hope the show is pretty good though. Oh yeah, she's in the kitchen, so I gotta go over here. How's it going? I knew in my heart that you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stone by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we remain in Raven's Stove, keeping watch over the mutineers while waiting her return. He had done well by us, and us that was not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all in our power to aid you. I wonder if we're gonna have a whisk emote. Like, seriously. They have it! Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limson Lamenta that you were searching for General Raoban. As the MO have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Majah pit. At the same juncture, Yosa and his third unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This could be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice to say, we have people showering the third. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Dolmore at High Bridge, where I am too bound. I too am bound. High Bridge. Camp Dry Bone. I've been expecting you. Time is of the essence. I should be direct. This and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Hoza is presently keeping watch over the entrance. Let's make haste and join him. Halatali seems to always have issues. Like, seriously. It's like, you have the dungeon, you have the hard mode said dungeon, you have a solo instance of that dungeon, and it has a presence of about the what do you call it? The Hildebrand series. So it's like it has so much influence in that particular area. You're coming at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the trader Ilbra arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we are certain the general rubble line is being held within. There is no time to lose. General Ion might be executed at any moment. We must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparation. Tell me when you're ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside. Hi, you're Gary.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphinaud, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to record it. For a time I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Yeah, you say that now.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Ralban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
Oh, Slay. Freaking slaying. Yeah, we just assassinated a few guys. Could have been simple. Drop. Okay. I also off my car sim to see this bull's hill. Take lead. Yeah, this is like cleaned up after normal mode. Of course, that's Dick after a ring. Come closer and burn!
Away with you!
Quite a bit of beating, buddy. Oh, you heard it now. Oh, thanks, Alpha. For once, you heal me. I'm gonna have Rudell since I have a lot of AoE power here.
Leave this to me.
I'll just get the blade. I've been in this area for so long doing Realm Reborn relics. It's like I know the pathway, but I don't know how it's going to react being in the Duty Finder instance mode. And this is hard mode because I cleaned up after normal. Normally you have the Cyclops here. Good job. Where are the Scepters? I mislike the look of this. You came. Oh, they really did shackle his ass. He's bound by some manner of Magitech device. Yet they're not forced to open. It might be a booby-trapped. I have heard of such devices. The crystal waves will possess the key. Let's split up and look for it. That'll not be necessary. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer for long. This poison will convey you swiftly into the bosom of Thal, where I hope you to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. You little bastard. Very well, friends, and do relax. I'll show you. Okay. I really don't want that one. Power poison slowly draining HP while HP recovery magic is reduced. Actually, kill that. Oh, well, I'm getting better. Identification keys. Look at the robot! Actually, I can take this way. Even if I'll just drop down. Amelia, 1% at a time, Heavenward. Hit points. I can't heal for shit. Okay, this gets interesting. I think. Slowly, General. You're yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What clever contrivances to the warrior light. Well done, hero. Sloppy. Ilberd. You mean to struggle on, then? Very well. If you wish to stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions. Let's get this over with. Vengeance. Oh shit.
I have you now.
Sloppy.
It is nothing.
Wow, that.
I'm not finished yet.
Saying, help me out here.
I'll tear you limb from limb. For Alamigo!
Sloppy.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilberd. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used? By the Scions, the City-States, even the Crystal Braves. They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
Ninja vanish! Plus bomb!
You'll not get away!
I hate this guy.
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
Yeah, we got an armless friend here, you know.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till it avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
And my Sultana.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without.
Yeah. Christopher Reeves might be staring, or maybe some leftover voice hint. The general is safe. What news without? My lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept a watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. The Emperor and his men have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter of signs of their passing. At once, my lady. Not ninja vanish. Ninja run. General, I assume, and signs of the 7th dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray do not be alarmed. My mistress is a fan, and I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bids me Direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that the Master Aranje waits you there, along with the others sympathetic to your cause. There is no ruse, I assure you, General Alden. If you come with me, I have prepared a carriage that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. He is the Dark Wanderer! Don't go with him, it's Diablo. I have spoken with Aranje via Linkpo. He confirms the man's story. Roma is in safe hands. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. Pray return to the Waking Sands. Oh, God damn it, Napa. It's funny how she's walking, and yet she's not Sprout. Weird.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Hey, Pippin.
Pippin! My son! And Master Papashan besides!
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You!
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
Oh yeah, she's one of them.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Well, it kind of hard to. I got arrested, thank you.
Why ask when 'tis plain you know the answer?
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo. I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information, and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
Had not counted on Perez Dewala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicions regarding the Sultana proved more precise or persistent. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Rabban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ulda. We couldn't have done it without you, Galleon. Thank you. Concede or not concede? Yes, Taro? Yes, General Rabban is now sick. Oh, shit. What, another assault? Very well, we shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem that we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I'm not loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Turpin and others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. I can't remember what this one is. How long am I streaming? Wow, almost 2 hours. I'm getting hungry too. I don't know, maybe a few big requests and stop at a good point. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Rabban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Hoshman was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and others are waiting out for you inside, so you better head in. My friend, I thank you for answering a call with such accuracy. As I am sure you're now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Turdo, Master Livier, I must apologize for this rush summons, but we thought it would best to have Mistress Todoric contact you by the most direct means available. When the Observatorian's bells toll, it's a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returned from the west, claiming they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But we'll not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offer you my protection. If I cannot assure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice, to remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask you to make it swift or at least our enemies will force your hand. Of course we're not freaking out, because we're the frickin' badasses. Though we flee to the ends of the world, to assume that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her wary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count will have us seek shelter from this storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we're to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of fellow men, not hunker in a hole. What say you, Galleon? Then fight we shall. Let it be never said we have been our allies in our need. But though you must! Enough on its way. The choice to make this day may have great implications for our order. It is only right the Tyrell should have a say. Come, let's all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not?
Yeah, she effed up.
Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Oh boy, Princess Estinian.
Estinian?
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
We have chosen a difficult road. Yet, even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for a parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid before we set forth. I hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgar's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tartaru, I would ask you to remain at Form's Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of Seventh Dawn managing to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgar and their people survive. Yes, sir. I think I'll stop the stream after we get to the next area. I think that sounds like a reasonable. Reasonable stopping point for now until I, get something to eat. And... Oh, I did forget tonight, right? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Get to the next sector and we'll stop from there.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors, and unlike those massing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Having secured Sir Emmerich's support, we might proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgarian attack, which may not say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Drevonians will attack soon as their horde reaches a critical size. For that happens, we must needs track down and win over the late Icehor, and then locate and parlay with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you're ready, Stadium, let's be on our task. Meanwhile, yes. This scene.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, The dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Before we set forth, we must needs inform Taro of our plans. Show what you say in Renad's form. Tell your friend we may be sometime the road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Or of that I knew no need reminding. Come, Galleon, let's go back to Forest Manor. Of course, our course is set, Taro. It may be some time before Galleon and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening to our news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it's you, Taro. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphanode. I made it specifically. Or made it specially, I don't know. Oh, no, I could have very well. Upgrade complete. Out of 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. Your receptionist is always learning new skills. That's why she's our hobby crafter. My thanks, Tara. Whatever else waits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. This is the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. I have to go to the right probably. Or Skysail. You said your farewells, then? We're ready to depart. I suggest we begin a search for Lady Esther without delay. Very well, but she will prove at least of quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In absence of any fresh intelligence on Yessel's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she encountered last, Corthoros Western Highlands. Let us to speak with Sir Redwood, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it's likely that he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area. Well, Master Turdo, what brings you to the Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. As your dragoon, I know, of course, but I do not believe I met this young gentleman. Definitely here at your service, and you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwell. As I'm sure you're aware, the Observer has warned that the Dravarians gather for another assault. We believe there might be yet a way to avert the common conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lace Iceheart. Thus we have come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I say then, it will be best served with speaking directly to my men. Patrol is due to return from a sweep on the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick up the remains of the heretic refuge at Gargon's Mills. It is possible they have unearthed information that could be used to you. Master Turdo knows well the place I speak of, for it is he who first discovered it. Let's divide our forces then. I will stay and wait to return on the patrol while you two visit the free refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. And why is he serve time? I'm gonna immediately learn what Sir Redwan's men have found in the heretics' lair. Oh, shit. Can't sit down. I'm just trying to think where the hell is the cutoff period to be in part 2 of this Heavenward arc. Master Turdo, I find, as you say, well, there's something of tale there. No sooner we chance upon promising-looking shelf of letters than we are ambushed by the shadows by great white beasts. To seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded, and you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are sane. We have enough time to wait for reinforcements. Let's deal with these pets ourselves, Galleon. I keep one screaming. Who you gonna call? Not us. Oh, I guess I'll have to warm them up. The beasts are slain, then? My thanks, Master Turdo. We may return to our due without fear of a mauling. We wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is this not so? The records we discovered to speak small or comrades appear to be some manner of correspondence. We have no luxury of pursuing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of Fang Claw, by which those epithets contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we find some clue from these letters, or we wander to snowfields to pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. Let's try not to burn the books. Avery. I think I might have saw one while we're upstairs. I thought I saw something glimmering. Oh, there, I was right. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? Splendid. Added to the contributions from us earlier and Sir Anstanian, and have more than a dozen letters. What we have here then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgon males, heretics, and the fellows in the amphitheater. Their requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceberg's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we have thought abandoned. Something at the amphitheater. The amphitheater, the very place where we witnessed the manifestation of Primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of the treacherous track of ice and snow that cannot be swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Aethernet. As we recall, our dear friend Morbius succeeded in recreating the Alchemath beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resilient Aethernet would be only temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgon Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, the wager still functions. I suggest that we make to the Aethernet from within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stadium, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading into the Western Highlands, was it not? Maybe it possible to reach the Aethernet from this side of the wall? It should. House down there posted soldiers in the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. The Warrens. Huh? Ah, the guest of House Frumps, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that's your will. Assuming that Anachronoth beacon still functions, and we pray to the 12 it does, we should arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Doink. Impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Maybe you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs at Ishgard. It's not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We're coming under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we may broker a peace. Do you not think us fools, boy? You want to take more than an iron words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and we all too well know that he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us a little choice. Come, brothers. My dragon wings bear us to victory. Oh yeah, this gets really interesting. Way to fill that jump, Fastidian.
Your guard is down.
Ah, damn it. Well, you better cure yourself, buddy, because you're dead. Alright, the Fury that partake the blood of dragons? 7 hours. Control to truly dragon blood could truly be such a transformation. I really need to fucking use it. Use it really for once. Sure have come here, Ish Guardians.
Focus. Release!
Know your folly.
Oh, I was out of that. Thank you. That was a fast ripper attack. Ugh, finally. Gas! They fought like demons! 'Tis death to remain! Fall back, brothers! Retreat to the cinders! I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we have questioned one of them? What would he ask, though, did we not know already? They make for the cinders, and we must we. Even should we ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinder, they say. I confess the name is unknown to me. Maybe would we go so to enlighten us, Astidian? I suspect it's the heretic's way of referring to the dreaming dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of frozen lake ash pool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened to the point of death and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea's sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen isle. We came, we saw, we kicked their ass. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen base, however, there is another place I will visit first. I'm told the convictors has set up camp in Twin Spools. Their leader, Genelont, may have information of use to us. My happy I'm not familiar with the name either. The convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I'm willing to wager they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we're indeed walking to a trap, I would learn all this to know our foe. A sound suggestion. Let's speak with these convictors, and then we can temper our haste with a measure of caution. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't want to want to eat. Ugh. Let alone I need to go to the bathroom really bad. Well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the convictors, are we? I heard the heart-eyed lad looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere long the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Don't be so quick to judge. I have seen this frail use fail heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... Oh, by the Fury. The armor, that lance, the ego, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Genelont, leader of the convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you onto our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? Yeah, I know her reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her or her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Galleon, Ian, let's make our way through the camp and see what information is to be had. Certainly one of these people have encountered heretics while out hunting. We pray speak with me as you can, Galleon. Nah, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track every regiment from Vermont to Burna that wanders in and out of our camp? Are there any heretics in here? I have not the faintest idea. Why, a heretic would pass under my very nose and I should have known the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow, the big ones. Forever I do scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go bother Aperia or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these puny flops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk would do themselves out there in the wilds. Someone I can help you with, my lord? Heretics, is it? Well, I never seen one myself, but they ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We'd be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we glean precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it pleases my lord, I'm Hura, a soldier by trade, though not much for one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that took up to spear, I see. No, it's by order of Sir John's father. Still, as long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who gets pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they got to thinking how unfair it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That explains how Lee Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tribe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the western highlands to lay a signal fire. That's how we let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so, then? Why not? Why, then? I don't mind to start a fire. Dragon fire? If we were to lure our foes to our position, then we must find means of producing a signal of purple hue. It so happens I once heard a tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also describes in detail how the smoke from the smaller flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Galleon? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We need to burn more than one, or the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphanode, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. I will take the both of us find enough to drive fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon where the fruits are of our labor. Ugh, this is taking a long time to get to the next sector. See, unlike World of Warcraft, at least we're able to get the quest items on a kill. Not like, oh yeah, it takes me 20 kills to get 3 items. No, you're immediately done. That's it. Just do your shit and go. Welcome to Final Fantasy Mart. Grab your shit and get the hell out. To seem the collecting fire was a new experience for Master Alphanode. He must have been privileged upbringing. Have you had the hides we need? Oh, that's definitely a violent hue.
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
It's pretty much our agenda.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Hraesvelgar, in particular, so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity.
Nom.
Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Oh god, migraine. Ow. And this is where we slowly get our powers back. The crystal word is now attained. Again.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
You are Galleon, yes? Pray address me as yes, so, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that the fate shall bring us together thus? Ne'er did I think I'd walk alongside the warrior of light, but history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands unrelenting. I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. So we're going to the next area. We'll end this stream for a short bit, take a break, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, start myself. And we'll continue on and hopefully get through one or two sectors and we'll be done. Ah yes,
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. to a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
So remember this particular scene right there. That's going to play a part later on. And holy shit, I'm falling down. Now we stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Salm will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It'll be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see what we're properly provisioned. There's a village here? But I thought these lands were some domain of Dragonkai. Why would anyone else choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Chill Feather is built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Macap, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust that there is no objections. Owing to the ceaseless chatter, if we're to meet this acquaintance of yours, let's do it before Ishgard burns. So, talk to this guy, and we'll end it here. And I'll be back in the next amount of time. Hopefully I'm not fall asleep or anything like that. I call him Machamp because it's just the name. It's like, Machamp! Well, tend my hide and call me a Elderface. No, you... We have visitors. And then, yeah, that was a bad Leatherface expression. Oh, isn't it lovely? Yes, so it's been too long, girl. That it has, Machamp. That it has. My companions and I are on pilgrimage to Salm all. Might we stay in Feather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. How long as you like. In fact, I won't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Yosa not explain things to you, boy? You've seen the towering clement trees all about you, haven't you? If you were flying above the camp, you sure will see the ground. But as we expect, the local wildlife canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Yoso here, but dragons ain't the only things you need to keep your eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. Okay, we'll end it here for the time being. So, I'll see you in the next episode.